Hello and welcome everyone to Women Speakers Association's WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer, and today we have an incredible topic and incredible experts. We're talking about the path to your authentic power on stage, otherwise known as your authentic stage power. And I'd like to introduce you to our experts right away and have them say hi. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Laura. Thank you. I'm Laurie Smith. I'm a charismatic speaking expert, and you can find me at www.voice-matters.com. And I'm coming to you today from beautiful San Francisco, California.
Great. Lovely to have you here. And hi, Melissa.
Hey, Laura. Good to see you after Switzerland.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
I am a health fitness coach and a retreat leader, and I am the founder of BlissX meditation programs. And you can find all my information at www.melissaredd.com. And I'm in Burlingame, California, Northern California, just about 20 minutes south of Laurie.
Great. Well, we're all on the West Coast here, and I know the two of you have some incredible information and tips for our viewers today to be able to step in, tap in, and step on stage in their authentic power. So, Laurie, I thought I'd go to you first to help us give us some tips in that direction.
The three words that I would start with are intend, breathe, and invite. And to back up a little bit more, I believe we're all born with charisma. And then we're taught to cover it up, to put on masks, to try to fit in, to protect ourselves, to be like everybody else. So we can get sidetracked. And when we're stepping out on stage, if you remember that you are charismatic, and then set an intention for what you want for that audience, then breathe, including powerful moments of silence, and then invite people to go on an emotional journey with you toward that intention that you set, listening to their nonverbals and holding space with an energetic set of arms to take them with you on that journey.
Wow. Say more about holding space with your energetically arms. What does that mean?
Some people, probably Melissa is one of them, hear the word energy and they can just do it. For the people that can't or aren't sure, imagining that you have an energetic set of arms coming out of your body that goes all the way to the edges of the space that you're in, and then also giving yourself permission to be seen and heard and felt, and consciously meaning to include all of those people rather than subconsciously kind of walling off your energy from theirs, or not giving yourself permission to be seen and heard and felt. And it's permission for the sake of your mission on this planet or that intention that you set that helps a lot of people who may get a little flustered or not want to be the biggest thing in the room or think that they're taking something away from someone else. You're giving yourself permission to make your purpose real on the planet. And then those energetic arms will happen 9 times out of 10, even for people who say they don't really feel it, but they trust that if they're intending, it will happen.
Beautiful. Way to describe that so intricately in a way that I totally get it. We can step on stage that way. Now, when we talk about being able to do that, Melissa, I think you might have some tips on how to get to that place where we can actually do that. Would you agree?
I agree. And so, if you're speaking on stage, whether it's to 10 or 200, you've got some nerves, some jitters, and that's where meditation comes in. And that's where your morning meditation comes in. So currently, only 8% of Americans are actually meditating. They've read about all the scientific benefits, but they're not doing it. But you have to do it. And I say just start with 8 to 10 minutes and ground yourself. There are a lot of great apps out there. There's the Calm app, Breathe. Those really aren't, I teach the MMAs of meditation. So the apps are mindfulness based, but what would help you get out on stage is to do a mantra like Ram or Sa Ta, and you can hear in my voice how that just switches the energy helps me ground down. And I don't mean rum like the alcohol. I mean like rum. And you can see my frequency goes up and I'm tapping into my center. And my jitters are going to go away. So now I'm not thinking about the jitters. I'm focusing on the mantra. And a mantra is a mind vehicle that de-excites the nervous system. And if my nervous system is de-excited, I'm going to go on stage grounded and being my authentic self.
Wonderful. I love the idea of using sound. It's so calming. It's so grounding, you know.
Mhm.
Wow. So imagine, doing the MMA mantras and then stepping on stage with the intention and that permission, like you talked about. The two of you are really helping people to really take that path and get on stage with authentic stage power. Wow, right?
Right. And just
That's
do
great.
it.
Yeah, just do it. So I want to learn a little bit more about you and your expertise and how you help people. So tell me, Lauri, who do you work with and what do you do with them? What ignites you?
Mm. I love to work with change makers to help them stand in their power and speak their truth across their lives, from the bedroom to the boardroom to the TED Talk stage. And what I mean by change makers are people that have some kind of a hero or heroine's journey, a mission that they're on in order to bring change to the world or to their world. And what I help them do is to go past their comfort zone into their charisma zone so that they can do more than communicate clearly. They can actually move people energetically and emotionally.
And do you have a story about how you help someone do that?
I do. About a year ago, I worked with a lot of my clients are my favorite clients, but I had an experience with a client who I had known for a bit. And she came to me and said that she was feeling this very strong call to get her voice and her story out into the world more. And when she spoke in public, people were telling her that she was fine, that she was very clear. Some were even saying that she was engaging. On the inside, it did not feel comfortable to her. The process beforehand, the experience itself, and then the come back down afterwards were all kind of hell. And we started working together in a 6-month-long program. And partway through that program, she actually discovered that she had complex PTSD. So I was not the only person helping her. She talked about having a whole healing team. I was the piece of that puzzle responsible for holding space for her and helping her figure out how to ramp up for the events with more ease and creativity, how to be present and alive, deeply present and connected to her audiences, and then how to recover after the event with more ease and love and flow. And by the end of the program, she described feeling on the very last day, we did a recital of sorts where all of the people in the program shared their story. And at the very end of the program, I asked them for a word or a phrase or a sound that expressed where they were. And she said that she felt integrated. It was just, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now.
Yeah, and what I love about what you are saying is that she got a benefit for herself, which made her even that much more effective. But, if we're not enjoying the process of being on stage, what's the point, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. And Melissa, tell us about your work. Who do you work with? What do you do? What lights you up?
I work with women and men, tends to be majority of women, age 32 to 70. And they're stressed out. They want to have better workflow. They want to have better work-life balance. They want to not use the word anxiety and stress. They want less migraines. They want better sleep. They want better sex. So I know meditation sounds like the cure-all pill, and I know it really does sound like that, but it really is. A typical example of a client I'm currently working with is a woman named Nina. She's 57. She started yoga a year ago. She started meditation 3 months ago, and she just realized the inner chatter that's going on in her head. And I taught her the MMAs of meditation. So mindfulness-based meditation is first just thinking about, and this is more left brain meditation. It's more in the present moment. It helps you deal with your stress in the present moment. And you could look at a candle, or you could just focus on your breath. And she realized just how much mind chatter she had going. In fact, before her yoga sessions, she would be talking about 20 minutes into the hour session until she could just slow that mind down. And so through the mindfulness techniques, watching the breath, she realized, wow, I've got a lot of chatter going on that's really making me stressed. And then I taught her the mantras, the second M of the MMAs. And so her mantra is Satnam. And again, another and that mantra allowed her mind to slow down and focus on the mantra and de-excited the nervous system. And now when she's at work, and maybe she works for she's an EA for 2 CEOs. So when one's asking her this and one asks, she'll go to the break room and just be like, Satnam. She's not even closing her eyes and sitting in the corner still for 20 minutes, but she just has that mantra attached to. And then the other is achievement. She talks a lot about being retired in 2 years, but she's totally burnt out. Every day she comes home, she barely has energy to walk her dog. She's not really happy, but she's waiting to hold out for this, amount of money that she's going to get at the end of the 2 years. But what lights her up, her intention, her authentic self, is really writing. And she loves that show, Big Little Lies, with Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon. And she just lights up when she talks about it. And through our work together, she has started writing again, which has made a little part of her day every day, that intention of writing. And she found that out through her meditation, through getting quiet with herself. I didn't come up with it. She came up with it. So now she's writing every week, not every day. She's still going to work every day. She still hates the sucky commute, but she's doing her meditation in the morning. She's doing her twice a week yoga. She's practicing mantra-based meditation when she feels like she's going to lose it. And she's writing to have more joy in her life.
Wow. The two of you, Melissa, that's amazing. Transformations that yoga and the mantra can do, and then really stepping into your authentic stage power, your compelling authentic message, Lauri, as you talk about it, is really healing. It's like the healing team that you two are is incredible. And I invite people to check out your websites, to visit us at wsatv.com and learn more about Melissa and Lauri and their own websites too. So the last question I have for each of you is, now we here at Women Speakers Association, we love bringing together healing teams. We love healing each other in that way and helping each other get on stages. And so I want to know what the value has been for each of you on being a part of Women Speakers Association. Lauri, why don't you share with us first?
Thank you. I love working with clients so much that I will tend to procrastinate on my own speaking career. And the point of my speaking is actually to reach more people with the ways that they can access their charisma. So I know it's important, and yet I tend to put it at the bottom of each of my to-do lists. So I joined Women Speakers Association to be the community that nudges and reminds and calls me forth. And it's really been doing that.
Ah, so beautiful. And that's what we do. We call each other forth in this sisterhood. We truly do that. And I saw that, we do it live, we do it virtually, and we do it consistently. We're all about collaboration. So Melissa, I'd love to hear from you. What's the value that Women Speakers Association is for you?
So much value, and it's only been a few weeks. Obviously, I met you in person. I was like, wow, I'm meeting a movie star. And all the connections and just the willingness to share and support. As you know, when you're your own entrepreneur and working for yourself, it can feel very lonely, and you're always self-motivating. So similar to what Lauri said, it's this bond, and it's like I get the email from Gail every day or every other day, and I'm like, oh, I need to read that, do that for me to grow, to scale, to where I need to go, because everyone in the world needs to be meditating. We need a kinder, more gentle, we need a more conscious world, as we know with what's going on with South America and everything right now. So we all need to bond together. So I feel like I've never had a sister or a brother. So and I'm working solo. So I feel like I have people who are on my side and helping support me. And I love getting those messages from Gail.
Yes, and we do. We send out weekly newsletters to let you know what's going on in the community. And what's going on in the community is to help you get your message out there more effectively in the world through collaboration. And you can learn more about it at joinwsa.com. I'd love for you all to check that out. And I can't wait to meet you inside of our back end. We do this virtually, like I said, in a Premier Women's group, and we have opportunities for visibility as well. So thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Melissa, for being here. You are just a gift in our lives, and we will be back with you viewers in another week where we have another set of experts. And then on September 10th, I just wanted to plant a seed for our big launch party for the release of the Voices of the 21st Century book. All
Yay.
right. Yay,
Yay.
exactly. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye
Thank
for
you
you.
so
now.
much for having us on.